A true lover would express his love with words, with admiration, respect, devotion. And then he would say, he would ask the beloved, what do you need from me? How do I let you know what you mean to me? Yeah, Imam, show me exactly what it is that will fulfill you and what will give you joy. So connecting with him means to ask him these questions and to search for ways. So when somebody loves someone, what do? They actively work towards making that person everything. And this weekend has given us this feeling that, we weren't really doing that. We need to take up the ante a little bit. We need to even more say, he is everything and he is here and I'm waiting. And every day I want to be reminded, every minute. So as our Holy Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, he said, your love, this faith that you have, it's not acceptable to Allah except for that who loves me more than he loves himself. Your love has to be beyond yourself. And you have to love my family more than you love your own family. You have to love my descendants more than your own descendants. You have to love us more than you love yourself. So today, inshallah, as we connect to Imam, we need to become it has to be an out-of-body experience. This needs to be over-the-top feeling. So when we're talking about that physical contact, acts of devotion are physical ways. This act of putting our hand on our head and bowing, this is a physical act. Standing up, it's a physical act that makes us connected to our Imam. Visiting the shrines, going physically, spending that money, taking time out of our life, walking there. These are all ways of the different shrines to come to Imam and to connect with him. And then we yesterday looked at that hadith where when he's actually with us, people will actually be touching his saddle and getting that blessing and going forward. So there will be that, inshallah, that time where we can be around our Imam and we can be connected to him. When we need to beg for this, this is a dua that we say that, yeah, Imam, help us recognize our Prophet. Help us so that we can love him and we can, because if we don't recognize our Prophet, will not be able to recognize our Imam. Brother, can you tell me how much, what the time situation, just so that I can... Okay. So, how is love expressed for a beloved? Our beloved is our Imam, and we are trying to connect with him. So we're going to do it through love. We're going to do it through contact by remembering him every day, speaking to him. But the constant remembrance, the dhikr, and maintaining that contact and always being related to him. Loving those that he loves. And showing patience, whether we're waiting for him or whether we are having to be patient with the others who are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. The forbearance, suffering through this time of separation. And acknowledging that, beloved, working for the cause and struggling with jihad. The gifts that we present to our Imam, we're going to talk about that quickly. The charity that we send in his name. Awaiting is a way of connecting. Writing that letter, the arida, sending a salam. Avoiding that gathering avoiding those conversations where people are trying to put this lack of faith in our heart, this doubt. And telling everybody, one of the responsibilities while we are in the state of intidar is to talk about where we met him. If we have had that experience where he guided us, where we were lost, or we were calling out to him and he truly came and solved our difficulty. And you look at the stories of the past, people told those stories so that we could feel motivated and strengthened. The people of this era especially are being visited by Imam. And we need to openly declare without fear that yes, he did come and miracles do happen. And I stand firmly in my belief that it was him. So when you love somebody, what do? You send a hello, you connect. When you love somebody, you often say to them, hey, not even a salam? Come on, you are remembering me? You don't answer my messages. When you love somebody, you are the one who reaches out to them. Right now, we know in this era of social media, let's use an example that can resonate, especially with the young people in our audience. But we all are in social media. So I've got all these different, and brother was talking about in my biography that I have 18,000 followers on Facebook, right? Now those 18,000 get my messages, but their friends also see my message, my posts. So it's thousands and thousands of people. So do I have time to connect with all these people? I know they exist, and I'm very happy about them. But what happens is there are many who write to me constantly. There's thousands of salams they send me, which I don't have time to respond to. Eventually, I respond. Or they will write a comment, or they will tag me. And I'm not going to discuss what tagging means, but when you are talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you mention your imam, you have tagged him. He is realizing that you are mentioning him in places, that you will keep calling out to him. And when you stop suddenly, he will ask, where is this person who used to always send me a salam? So people who are in high places do notice those who love them. Never feel that imam is not connecting with us. And giving sadaqah on his behalf. This means not only for our families when we give sadaqah and we say, may Allah take away all the bala. But it's also when you give charity in the name of your grandparents. When you give charity in the name of your parents. Give charity in the name of your imam. For that makes him feel that love. And in his will, Sheikh Daus explains, he says, and let's just read the highlighted parts. He says that your love, affection, spirit of sacrifice, devotion for Imam should be abundant. He said, you know what you have? This is all Imam's blessings. He has helped me. And therefore, my son, your attachment has to be so great. Oh, my son, always give preference to your Imam over your own wishes. So look at this dua that he has written for Friday. And look at how we connect to our Imam like that. Oh Allah, I seek nearness to you through a sincere heart. I consider myself lowly before your might and majesty, and to your representative, Imam Zamana. Ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahum sharif. Salli ala. Through an obedient body, my body is subservient to the commands of the Imam, and I seek benefit from the parts of my body such that the Imam is pleased with my actions. And to the holy Imams, through a humble heart, I prefer them over myself, and I seek obedience to them. Do you see how it's a holistic experience? It's not just from the lips, but every part of me is calling out to my Imam. So one who wants to give everything to their beloved, this is how they act. And this is what we see in the ziyarat of Imam Asr. We say, may my life, my wealth, my children, my family, whatever Allah has conferred upon me, be sacrificed for you, and I leave them in your authority. When you love somebody, you say this. You say, everything of mine is yours. Take it all. Take my life. Take it all. This is the kind of over-the-top, effusive expressions of love we need to express to our Imam in order to connect with him. And then what happens when you're in love? People say, oh, you forgot about us, eh? We don't exist. You only concentrated on this person. That's how we should be connecting with our Imam. Because, as the 8th Imam explains, that the Imam is your confidant. He's an aide, he's a sympathetic father, he's an affectionate brother, he's a caring mother who nurtures her infant. When we leave all the relations and make an Imam fulfill all our emotional needs, no one will break our heart. No one will let us down because we never looked at them to fulfill us. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Imams will fulfill that. So what happens? Your heart is always, when you're in love with somebody, you're thinking about them. Wonder what he's doing. Wonder what she's doing right now. Wonder what my mother is thinking right now. Oh, if she's doing her salah right now, Allah accept her salah. Oh, if she's sitting and reading right now. When you think about your lover day and night, what happens? The du'as come out of your heart for them, right? You're concerned, you're obsessed with what they're doing, where they are. And you don't do those acts that they hate. And you keep, so look at this Ziyarat al Yasin, which Imam has recommended himself. It's a hadith Qudsi and it's in Mafatih al-Jinan. And Imam has said to recite this. Look at how it says, peace be upon you while you're standing, while you're sitting, while you're reading and explaining, when you're praying and supplicating, when you're bowing, you're prostrating. When you're saying there is no God, when you are praising Allah and seeking forgiveness, peace be upon you when you enter the morning and the evening. Peace be upon you in the night when it envelops and the day when it becomes manifest. Peace be upon you, O leader, the protected one. This shows that we are completely thinking about our Imam in every action, and our du'as are going out to him. When you write letters to your beloved, how effusive, full of love are these letters when you connect. And Allama Majlisi says, write these letters, write them down. Put them in the shrines or send them in the water. And Imam does, and of course, if you speak to them, it's enough. But this act, this physical act of writing, it sends a message to the brain and reminds us that he is very much alive. When your love is overflowing, look at how in Dua Nudba, this is the kind of love we want to express. I eagerly long for you who is always tender, gentle and comforting, never makes one's affairs worse instead of better. I eagerly long for you who is just and equitable beyond a trace of doubt, does not take severe action until misbehavior trespasses the limit. And what does the lover do? He asks the beloved, what do you want from me? How do I make you happy? Oh, Master, this is also Dua Nudba. How long and unto what is to be directed my request? For friendly attention, how do I get you to look at me? Just one glance, oh my Imam. And what is the message? What do you want me to say? What do you want to say to me, Imam? Talk to me. It makes me sad to get favorable reply from anyone other than you. But to be duped and cheated, don't let me seek love from anyone else. You answer me, my Imam. And what does he do? The lover expresses sympathy for what has hurt the beloved. It casts a gloom upon me that you suffered hardships and the chicken-hearted deserters left you alone. It is painful for me what took place for you from them and that which happened. The lover craves to see his beloved. I eagerly long for you who is out of sight but has not forsaken us. I eagerly long for you who has departed and is invisible but is not far from us. The lover expresses how much joy the beloved gives to him. This is how we connect to our Imam through Dua Nudba. I eagerly long for you who inspires love and deep affection. And the faithful men and women take delight in your memorable glory. So we are excited with a longing desire. And the lover praises constantly. I eagerly long for you who is worthy of acceptance and lawful driving force of belief and conviction, never weary or annoyed. I eagerly long for you who is the root of praise and distinction, never can be uprooted. And what happens? This love, the beloved, notices. We're going to keep continuously telling somebody, I love you, I love you, I love you. Do you think they don't fall in love with us just because we love them so much? Absolutely. So he is noticed, he's missed when his letter doesn't appear. And then the beloved worries for his safety. Where is that person who used to always come and call out to me? And here we have this really beautiful narration. And it has been documented where Imam was seen praying and he was heard, and this is what he was praying. He was saying, oh Allah, our Shias have been created from our light, from our clay. They have sinned in the hope of our love and benevolence. If their sin is related to yourself, they've done something against you, some dhulm, then we ask for you, please forgive them because we love them. This is the wasila that the Imam is using here. The intercession that we crave for. He's saying, they love us, but they make mistakes. Allah, you forgive them, please. Just do it for our sake. And then he says, and that will make us happy if you forgive them. And he says, but if they have done something to their fellow brothers, if they've taken their haqq, they've taken, God forbid, their money. You know what? Just take our homes. Take the part of money that's our right and give it to them. Protect them from the fire of help. Do not gather them along with your enemies in your punishment. Subhanallah, what an amazing, incredible dua from an Imam who doesn't hear from us often, who doesn't get a salam from us, who doesn't get this kind of effusive love unless somebody makes us sit and do this dua, and even then we don't know what we're saying. The lover calls out to the beloved with terms of endearment. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran that therefore, Allah's are the best names, call on Him thereby, The Aima explained that we are the best names, the Asma'ul Husna, through which Allah has commanded the Muslims to invoke Him. Call out to us, we are those beautiful names. The lover, you know what the lover does? Says, no, I'm not going to go to anybody else. You give me what I want. Why should I go to the outsiders? I want you to be there for me. And this is how in Dua Nutba we say, the door of Allah's mercy, you have the access to that. You're the path towards Allah's satisfaction and grace. You possess powers of intercession. Yours are the name of Allah. And the 11th Imam explains, he says, oh my son, this is how your followers are going to be. They're going to be so obedient. It'll be like those birds coming to their nests. This is a reassurance that the 11th Imam gives to his son. And if we don't fulfill this dream of our Imam, that we will rush to him as if he's our home, our refuge, our nest, then we are breaking his heart. The lover is willing to agree to anything. And I'll end with this last couple of slides. The lover is willing to agree with whatever the beloved says. And this is Dua Nutba. So the truth is whatever you're satisfied with. You say it's morning, I'll say it's morning. Tum din ko agar din ko raat ko ho, to hum raat kahenge. This is the kind of love. Whatever you say, I will agree with it, my love. And the goodness, whatever you ordered, and the evil, whatever you have prohibited, I'm a believer. And I'm a believer in His apostle and in you, O my master, the first among you and the last among you, and my help is intended for you, and my love is purely for you. Accept. The beloved, when we are near Him, He makes us feel safe. In Ziyarat al-Jamia we say, one who has associated himself with you has triumphed. And the one who has sought asylum with you is protected. We connect with Imam, especially when we feel scared. When we feel lost and we feel hunted down. Let's seek refuge in Him. True lover longs to be near Him. And then Imam says, so pray more for my early reappearance. Indeed, in it there is a salvation. The eyes of the lover is yearning through Dua Nutba. When shall we abridge the gap that separates us from the vision so that we may refer to the authority? How long shall we keep waiting for your pleasing, satisfying essence and quality? Already the period of expectation has lasted too long. This is the way we wail and call out, Imam, it's too long, come to us. When shall we receive our share from you and have our minds set at rest? For we have fixed our eyes upon you and strive with perseverance. When shall we be happy and see your beautiful form and fine aspect? We look for that His approval in Dua Nutba. Show me the rightfully guided face of the praiseworthy moon. Make me tread on His way. Let me make and do ahad. We say, look at how He's showering. The lover showers the loved. Have everything, all the blessings from the east to the west. From my parents, everything is yours, Imam. This is the connection. And there was a last slide that I want to end with, right here, where we lament and we say, when you have a beloved, you look for others who love him too. Loving Imam is not just between us and him. We often say to those who love us, if you loved me, you would never befriend my enemy. If you loved me, you would love my children too. If you loved me, you would love those who support me. How can you oppose that person who's my biggest helper? Connecting with Imam can only happen when we connect with his loved ones. Those who call out to him in the same way. How can we ignore them and rush to Imam? Who knows? Imam's eyes are on that other person rushing to him as well. Perhaps if we held on to that person, Imam will notice us as well. So let us hold hands and connect. And remember that when we sing to Imam and we're lamenting that he says, come with me as one ummah. That's how we connect and our strength strengthens. And we ask to him, where are you, Imam? How far are you? Which isolated land? And it hurts that I cannot see you, but you can. And I can't even hear a whisper about your whereabouts. It is disheartening to know that you're attending to and watching over this disorder and confusion. I am seeing it all. And I, in the thick of violent turmoil, am far away, unable to give report of justice. May Imam Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahum Sharif hear our love, feel this connection, and may the Wi-Fi kick in so that wherever we are, our soul remembers the password. And we are forever connected to Him. And Imam responds, and we will be the ones that He looks to when He comes back onto this earth to join us. Let us send a loud salawat to our Imam so that He can hear us from the Geba and comes to us with love in the same way that we love Him. Bar Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad salawat.